as Formula One hurtles toward its 77th season in 2026. The sport stands at the precipice of its most transformative overhaul since the turbo-hybrid era dawned in 2014. The Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, FIA, has unveiled a sweeping set of regulations designed to make F1 faster, greener, and more thrilling, or so the promise goes. But beneath the glossy renders of sleeker cars and electrified power units lies a storm of controversy. Teams, drivers, and fans are divided. Will these changes usher in an era of closer racing and global relevance, or will they saddle the grid with sluggish, battery-dependent machines that stifle the raw spectacle of Grand Prix racing? The 2026 rules rewrite the playbook for chassis, aerodynamics, and power units, aiming for net-zero carbon emissions by 2030 while attracting a record 6 engine manufacturers. Yet, voices from the paddock, from Mercedes' Toto Wolff calling proposed tweaks a joke to Aston Martin's Lance Stroll, deeming the cars a bit sad, echo widespread unease. Critics fear a dilution of F1's high-octane DNA, with calls for a V10 revival gaining unlikely traction from Bernie Ecclestone. Proponents, including FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem, hail it as a hugely exciting future for motorsport's pinnacle. In this deep dive, we'll unpack the key changes, dissect the heated debates, and weigh whether 2026 will redefine excellence or expose engineering hubris. Buckle up, the Orange Army of McLaren might soon face a grid transformed beyond recognition. Power units, electrified ambition meets hybrid heartache. At the core of the 2026 revolution are the power units, PUs, evolving the 1.6-liter V6 turbo-hybrid format that's powered F1 since 2014. Gone is the complex motor generator unit heat, MGU-H, which recovers energy from exhaust gases, a move to slash costs and simplify development for newcomers. In its place, the MGU-K, kinetic energy recovery, gets a massive upgrade, boosting electrical output from 120 kilowatts to 350 kilowatts, nearly triple the current level. The internal combustion engine, ICE power, drops from 550 to 560 kilowatts to 400 kilowatts, but total output will exceed 1,000 horsepower with a near 50/50 split between thermal and electrical energy. Fuel rules undergo a radical green pivot. Cars will run on 100% sustainable, carbon-neutral drop-in fuels developed with Aramco, reducing race fuel loads from 100 kilograms to just 70 kilograms per Grand Prix. Energy management shifts from mass fuel flow to an energy cap of 3,000 megajoules per hour, demanding hyper-efficient combustion. To aid overtaking, a manual override mode grants an extra 0.5 MJ boost when within 1 second of the car ahead, up to 337 kph, essentially DRS on steroids for the battery. These tweaks lured 6 PU suppliers, incumbents Ferrari, Mercedes, and Renault, Alpine, returnees Honda, with Aston Martin, debutantes Audi, via Sauber, and Red Bull Powertrains Ford. A new additional development and upgrade opportunities, ADUO, framework, allows laggards extra dyno hours and cost cap relief after races 6, 12, and 18, averting a Mercedes-like dominance repeat from 2014. Pros: sustainability is the star. F1's CO2 footprint shrinks dramatically, aligning with road car electrification trends and appealing to eco-conscious OEMs like Audi and Ford. Cost controls like standardized parts and capped dyno testing level the field for new entrants, potentially injecting fresh competition. The electrical surge could yield explosive overtakes, and louder exhausts from higher revs, sans MGU-H, might recapture the V8-era roar fans crave. Cons and controversies. The elephant in the paddock is performance parity. Simulations reveal turbo lag returning without the MGU-H, forcing drivers to nurse exits or downshift mid-straight for regen. Potentially the fastest strategy, but a tactical nightmare. Red Bull's Christian Horner warns of drivers downshifting on straights, dubbing it a battery science project over pure racing. Wolff fired back at doommongers, But April 2025 F1 Commission talks eyed dialing back electrical emphasis to 40/60, needing 4 manufacturer approval that stalled. Battery weight hikes, bigger packs for 350 kilowatts, could offset chassis savings, ballooning cars back toward 800 kilograms and blunting agility. Newcomers like Red Bull Ford risk teething pains, with Laurent Mekies admitting it'll be silly to match Mercedes-Ferrari out the gate. Fans and purists decry the hybrid heartache, with Ecclestone's V10 push symbolizing backlash against over-electrification. Yet, the FIA insists A-Duo mitigates gaps, and early dyno tests, for example Ferrari's revolutionary top-secret design, hint at untapped potential. In essence, 2026 PUs bet big on green innovation, but risk turning F1 into a chess match of energy juggling, thrilling for engineers, torturous for drivers. Chassis and aerodynamics, nimble dreams or draggy nightmares? Complementing the PU shakeup, chassis and aero rules target nimble cars that reverse a decade of ballooning behemoths. Minimum weight plummets 30 kilograms to 768 kilograms, 722 kilograms, chassis plus 46 kilograms tires, wheelbase shrinks 200 mm to 3,400 mm, width narrows 100 mm to 1,900 mm, and floor width drops 150 mm. Tire widths slim too, fronts by 25 mm, rears by 30 mm, retaining 18-inch rims. Downforce dips 30%, later revised to 15% for safety, drag slashes 55%, easing dirty air for closer battles. Active Aero returns after decades, replacing DRS with driver-activated modes, Z mode, high downforce for corners, and X mode, low drag for straights over 3 seconds. Front wings slim to 2 elements, 100 mm narrower, rears to 3, no beam wing, enabling flap adjustments for balance. Safety upgrades include 2-stage front impacts, stricter side intrusion, roll hoop loads up to 20 G, and fortified fuel cell driver zones. 3-day preseason tests accommodate the novelties, with gender-neutral driver language modernizing the rulebook. Pros: smaller, lighter cars promise agile handling, reviving the point-and-shoot feel lost to 2022's ground effect girth. Reduced drag fosters slipstreaming, while Active Aero, tuned post-simulator feedback, avoids DRS's balance pitfalls, boosting overtakes. Safety nets evolve without compromising speed, and narrower profiles enhance visuals, echoing F1's lithe heritage. Cons and controversies. Simulator laps paint a grim picture. Understeer in Z mode, snap oversteer in X mode, an overall sad pace. Stroll and Charles Leclerc slammed the field, with Leclerc fearing worse than 2022 inches cornering. Active Aero risks exacerbating dirty air if not calibrated perfectly. Reddit theorists warn of Monza trim in corners, huge wakes on straights. The 15% downforce cut, from 40% drafts, prioritizes safety, but may hike lap times to 3 seconds, alienating speed purists. Teams chafed at early restrictiveness, prompting FIA tweaks for aero freedom, yet Horner insists chassis must counter PU quirks, lest F1 become an engine formula. Pirelli's Mario Isola flags tire stress from mode switches, and the 11th team, Cadillac GM with Ferrari PUs, adds integration headaches. Backlash peaked in July 2025, with drivers mum for political reasons amid V10 nostalgia. Aero chief Jason Somerville defends the nimble ethos but fears linger. Will these cars dance or stumble? The bigger picture, good, bad, or bold gamble. So, are the 2026 regs a masterstroke or misfire? The good outweighs in vision. Enhanced sustainability cements F1's tech vanguard status, drawing OEMs and fans via greener spectacle. 6 PUs and 11 teams could shatter monopolies, fostering parity and drama. Overtaking aids and agile chassis target wheel-to-wheel purity, while safety strides honor F1's post-Halo evolution. The bad bites and execution risks, electrification's complexity may widen rich-poor gaps, with midfielders like Williams-Haas lagging in battery R&D. Controversies, from Wolff's scorn to Stroll's size, highlight a paddock rift amplified by sim data showing battery science over driver flair. V10 whispers reflect deeper angst. F1 as Ecolab versus Adrenaline Rush. Financial regs tighten, for example, PU cost caps, but development disparities loom, echoing 2014's Mercedes Masterclass. Ultimately, 2026 is a bold gamble, high reward if ADUO and aero tweaks deliver chaos-free racing, high risk if lag and weight woes dominate. As Tombazis notes, lessons from 2022's loopholes inform refinements, but execution is king. For McLaren's Piastri-Norris duo, it could mean title tilts amid parity. For Verstappen, a RB21 fightback or frustration.
Subscribe for 2026 deep dives. Will active aero ace overtakes or flop like 2009 Kers? Hit notifications.